Welcome back. It's your host GF with the NFC and AFC Championship game analysis. Semifinals for those of you that don't fucking know how the NFL works. It pains me to say this. Congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles. Fuck them. And I got nothing against the AFC teams. I was rooting for the Bengals. Bosa, hey, what are you going to do? Bengals and Bills fans, it's coming. Gotta be patient, and I know it sucks. You guys have already waited, give or take 57 Super Bowls, and I still don't have one, but you're on the verge. But Patrick Mahomes, we'll get to that in a second. The first game, not really much to say. I hate the Niners, I hate the Eagles, I'm a diehard Cowboys fan, but I love the NFL. Game was over before it started. That's one of the most boring championship games I've ever seen. I had to fucking snuck out for a bit with my boy Purdy. He knows who he is. It was more entertaining to smoke some afternoon weed than great burgers too, homemade. Tell your mom, keep her away from me, Purdy. You know how I am. But yeah, I mean, Hassan Reddick, good for the Eagles defense. Came around, got him. You guys saw it. I don't think any of us have ever heard of that injury. But fucked up his whole forearm, couldn't feel the nerves or whatever, and he might have to have surgery out for 6 months. So that was basically it. Jalen Hurts, nothing special though, man. And I'll leave a lot of this for the preview show. I'll do that next weekend, since there's 2 weeks in between. They weren't really tested this year, and the Giants game, they haven't been tested. This is gonna be the biggest test all year. So either way, I'm going with the Chiefs. So let's segue into that. Not really much to talk about in that game, really. Congrats to the Eagles. I think that was one of the easiest championship victories. Josh Johnson, their fourth quarterback, 15th year, can't catch a ball. My God, we could have been the quarterback and the Eagles would have gone. So, actually, I want to add on one thing quickly. Joey Bosa, you're a loser. You're a loser. And what I mean by that is, what I've realized in life is, you could be good looking, jack, this, that, a lot of money, successful, fame, all that, whether you're an athlete, entertainer, rock star. But that doesn't make you a winner. Just like people who don't have a lot of money or don't have all those things, you can be a winner. I like to fancy myself in that category, and I'm just getting better. But if you're a winner, you're a winner. And if you're a loser, you're a loser. And Joey Bosa showed it. If you haven't seen the videos, I mean, the first one, you are a part of one of the biggest meltdowns, losing to Trevor Lawrence and the Jags in their first playoff game and blowing that lead. The way you acted, pouting like a bitch, complaining to the refs. Dude, shut your fucking mouth, man. And by the way, that nose, my goodness, man. And you talk like a fucking retard. Like, oh, man, it's just too much, man. I get it. Shouldn't say that word retard. Scratch that. Fuck off, everyone, okay? If you're sensitive, don't watch my fucking show, number one. Number two, Joey Bosa, I think they're wops. I think they have a little wop, but lineage in them. I don't care. You act like a spoiled, entitled, athlete, brat, bitch. All of the above. And then you go to support your brother. Nice thing. I love my brother. And obviously you're wearing Niners gear. You're at the Eagles. You don't think the drunk morons are going to fucking chirp you? They do. Oh, at least I'm not a poor bitch, whatever it is, or I'm rich, this and that. You, SF Nation, you tell me. Please, whoever has children out there, children that are athletes, raise your kids better. Bosa's mom and dad, you're probably a bunch of morons. Probably jacked, probably good looking. Usually those are the types that are morons. Just call it like I see it, folks. And I'm 40 in 5-6 months? I think I know what I'm talking about. So it's a life experience. That was a loser moment for a very solid player, a guy who can't stay healthy. And now he needs to learn to shut his yap. That is not winning football. That is not winning talk, period, in society. Don't let the fans get the best of you. Keep walking, drink your little bitch drink, whatever you were having, but leave the refs alone. Game within the game, moron. You think you're going to... See, I used to hate Pat Quinn on the Leafs. He used to always flapping his gums at the ref. You think that's going to get you anywhere in the good books of the refs? It's not. Human nature, it's going to go the other way. You're not going to get the calls. So, Joey Bosa, smarten up. That's for you, Christine. We had a nice little talk. But either way, back on track. The AFC Championship game, the big game, the game everyone knew was going to be the best game of the day. Bengals at Chiefs. And let's just get to it here. Joe Burrow, 1 TD, 2 interceptions. The first one was bad. Second one, you threw it in there, but got picked. You looked like Dak Prescott. Obviously, he's a lot better than him, but if we're going to criticize, it's criticize fairly. Josh Allen didn't get it done. Burrow didn't get it done, and we expect more than a Dak-level quarterback. So, but let's talk about what Patrick Mahomes did. On a high ankle sprain 6 days later, I don't know what they shoot these guys with or whatever, but good for him and Kelsey getting rid of Tyreek Hill and still getting it done. Putting more into your defense. George Karlaftis, nice draft pick. Trent McDuffie. But Bolton, he's solid. Frank Clark, people forget about him. He was there in 2019. But Chris Jones, what a game. They'll need that next week. Wow, him versus Jason Kelsey. What a matchup on the interior. But Mahomes made all the plays, clean stat line, runs out of bounds. That young linebacker was an idiot on the Bengals, but they lost the game way before then. And Joe Burrow lost it. He had plenty of chances to close that game out. He didn't get it done. Your host GF keeps it fucking real, and I keep it consistent on here. Got to shit on Joe Burrow, but Bosa, he'll get it. He'll learn from this. But Patrick Mahomes, he's the number one QB. Burrow, Allen, whoever else, hey man, they're all underneath him. Third Super Bowl, I think he ties Brady for 27 years old and already been to 3. And I think he's going to win it, but we'll get into that next week. Congrats to the Chiefs. Congrats to the Eagles. And we got one more big one in 2 weeks, Super Bowl 57. Let's get it on.